So Broad Shoulders. So there's Broad Shoulders. That's the album. So like Broad Shoulders, is like an album in itself, and then there's the title track, Broad Shoulders.
Broad
It
Shoulders.
features Chance, right? But to your point, I guess, yeah, technically, like, yeah, there is. Like, I got the album, and then there's Broad Shoulders with Chance, but both of them are like my biggest.
Yeah, was that your first body of work putting out with your brother? Broad
Yeah,
Shoulders?
hell yeah. Broad Shoulders was my first song that I ever recorded with Chance. So when I made Broad Shoulders, I was like, I want to say probably like 18, 19-ish. But I went a long time in my music career without working with Chance.
Right.
And I think it was a thing where really it was his choice. Like, it was my choice. I would have 50,000 songs. You know what I'm saying? I like, put me on, nigga. But I think my brother, which I understand, and it made a lot of sense, especially at this point, because now I manage Chance, was that, you know, his whole thing was like, hey, you're an artist, I'm an artist. If you want to be an artist, you could be an artist, but like, nigga, I'm not gonna be putting you on every single song and taking you on tour and all that shit. Like, you got to figure out how to get your foot in or to create. And I think it was for the best as well, because the truth about it is when you look so much like somebody, you act so much like, because we brothers, you know what I'm saying? You naturally, there has to be a separation that you and the world come to a conclusion of outside of like, there's nothing he could ever say to make somebody be like, oh yeah, let me buy this shit. Right. Outside of the fact that he like, yeah, that's my little brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. But if I'm spitting some hot shit, and now that's kind of be the situation is like niggas would be like, damn, I'm listening to this track. I didn't even know this nigga was related to him.
There you go.
And it's like, okay, that's dope because you liked what you heard and then you discovered it later. And even if you fuck with it more now, the ultimate, you know what I'm saying? Right. And that was something I honestly didn't understand as a kid. So I was like, nigga, what?
Even though I know y'all both, like, I identify y'all separately.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when you hear Taylor Bennett, this is like, to the common consumer that was outside of Chicago, they wouldn't know that y'all was brothers unless
absolutely, unless we said something, and especially unless he sent the SoundCloud link out or some shit.
Yeah. Did being Chance's brother help or hurt you in your early on?
I think it helped. Like, I feel like there's no way, and it took me, I think, years to really see it from this perspective, but it helped. No matter what even if I went somewhere and a nigga was like, I don't like Chance the rapper. Like, because that shit happened. Like, everybody don't love Chance shit. Most niggas do love Chance, though, to be honest. But when I was younger, like, I'd go certain spaces and certain niggas, but especially before he got on and Chance was just Chance in Chicago, just doing Chance shit. Like, I'd go a lot of places, niggas, I don't even fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the reality of it is, like, my brother, it's only one Chance. You know what I'm saying? It's only one Chance the rapper. Like, not even just from like a rapper perspective, but like also as like a business sense and like just the entity in itself. So it's like, at first it was funny because when I was younger, I didn't like being compared to Chance so much because I felt like it took away from my craft. Like, I'd go spit some hot ass shit and then a nigga would be like, yeah, that nigga rap raw as fuck, just like his brother. And I'd be like, nigga, bitch, what the fuck? You feel me? Like, I'm like, nigga, I wrote this shit. You feel me?
Exactly.
But as I got older and older and I continued to be in those conversations and go to these platforms and niggas like try to put our shit together, and I'd have like, you know, real people like, yeah, and I like Taylor shit more than I like Chance shit. Yeah. It took me to a point where I had to realize, like, it's not me against my brother. Like, even if niggas want to make it seem like that, like, even if I go to spaces and they like, yeah, like, I like how you do this and your brother do this, and I understand it's always like a conversation, like almost more than Dame and Jay type shit, because it's like, you know, it's like that kind of thing. But, you know, like, Dame is one of my mentors type shit. So, you know, like, what Dame would say is like, you know, how much money you got to pay me, you know what I'm saying, to talk about my family type shit. Right. So it's like, I started to think about it like that. And I was like, well, you know what? Like, yeah, let's not just talk about Chance. Like, let's talk about Big Sean and J. Cole. Like, because that's what Chance said. Like, he on that level. So, you know, and that also, I think, kind of started to push me more to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me really turn up, because I see, to your point, how they kind of trying to box, you know what I'm saying, me in this, you get what I'm saying, into something. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? They don't even understand.
They don't even
At this point now, they might, but it's like, we both indie. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we you know what I'm saying? This is really a family business. Like we really, you know, it's like the same stomach type shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
but I must say
yeah.
you're a little bit more grimy than Chance. Shout out Chance.
Nah, that's my
Bro,
brother.
will tell you to pop the Hennessy in a minute.
Oh, bro, you ain't lying. See that personality though, that's different. That's my nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was one of your first big breaks?
Man,